Some of you may be wondering what's going on with the truck, the 95, which you see behind me here. Yes, it is still completely torn down, and there's good reason. Basically, I have a lot to do here. I've got to be a husband, a father, I've got to be a YouTuber, and I've got to do all the work around my house and property here, all on my own. So finding the time to do it all and try to do it as good as I can is becoming harder and harder. Not only that, I'm somewhat of a perfectionist, so in my mind, if I can't do something extremely well, I don't want to do it. And that sometimes poses a problem with YouTube videos because I want to be producing content. The work, the creation, the whole creative mindset that you have to take in order to produce a video, the editing in the end, and even the uploading and descriptions and all that, it's all fun. It's really fun. But if I, for some reason, if there's something about what I'm doing that day where I feel like it's rushed or not great or not creative, you know, not artistic, I just feel like it's, you know, like a waste of time. Like, why put that out? But I do realize that sometimes, and you know, some people want to see the behind the scenes-ish type of stuff. And in a weird way, I realize that that can also be almost better. Look at that guy. Are those things called mosquito hawks? Is that what they're called? Quick update if you're following the build. I did get the lower control arm, well, just one side so far. I still have the other one on the truck. I wanted to do one side first just to basically verify the process for myself. Of course, you guys saw me take out the old riveted in ball joint, which was fun. This drill right here made it extremely easy. And once I got that out, I took the whole control arm to a local, you know, sort of machine shop, and they do have hydraulic presses, and they were able to press out and press back in these new bushings. So here you're looking at the lower control arm with brand new bushings, and that is awesome because now all I have to do is put in the ball joint. This is the Mevotech or Mevotech TTX, and that just slides right in there, so that'll be no problem. So aside from wanting to get this thing put back together, I of course have a lot of other things I also have to do. Work on the house and of course mow the lawn. I want to show you guys one of my newest toys here. This is the Steel, I think is how you say it, FS94R. This is a commercial grade trimmer, and I've already used it just really, I think it's only been one day, but you can see just how nasty that thing got. But man, this thing so far has been incredible. I just wanted some good power and I wanted longevity out of this thing, and that's why I bought this one versus something like the FS, I think it's a 70. They also have the 91, which looked like it was too big and too heavy. So the 94R, if some of you guys know about these things, comment down below. Let me know if you got one of these or something similar. Probably don't need to add any fuel, but oh, and it's pouring out. That's awesome. Oh, gosh, man. You're supposed to He-Man this thing to keep it from leaking? Like, what the heck? Okay, let's see if I remember how to start this thing. I'm gonna put the choke closed there. Give it a couple primes. More than a couple, I guess. Let's see. So as soon as you get it started and you flip the throttle, the choke opens up all the way, which is an auto thing. It's awesome. I realize this is the very next scene, but about 45 minutes has passed. And I don't know if you can tell behind me, but I weed whacked or trimmed this entire street side kind of slope here. It's basically where I don't want to be going with my mower, just because it gets a little bit hairy. You know, I don't want to slide into the ditch there. So it looks really good. That FS94R is incredible. Let me show you this other side. So hopefully you can tell all that about 4 feet out is all weed whacked. I even did kind of this area here. Now all I got to do is take the mower and mow about 4 acres, which should be fun. Don't tell my wife, but I secretly love mowing. Some kind of weird satisfaction with seeing the grass being too tall and then mowing it all down to a nice even surface. Oh man, I love it. You can see though, you definitely don't want to wear your Sunday clothes when you do this. I mean, these pants are probably close to being ruined. Same thing with the shoes. Well, about 2 hours later, and I got the entire front area of my lawn mowed. It looks really good. That little mower, it's only a 42-inch, but I'm actually really impressed with that thing. Every time I mow, I'm getting a little bit more efficient, so the time is being cut down each time. So now I have the back half of the property to mow, which is a little more, but it's more of like a wide open area, less obstacles per se to have to go around. So it should be about, hopefully roughly the same amount of time, maybe 2.5 hours, 3 maximum. The last time I mowed, I didn't take a break and I was on the mower for 6 straight hours. So I took a break, had to change, put on a long sleeve shirt, different hat, protection from the sun. So I'm trying to hurry up and get this done so the grass can be freshly mowed and then get watered by the rain. So everything is going good. And like I was saying, I mean, this is kind of the stuff I got to deal with day in and day out, but it's enjoyable to me, but it also gives me anxiety that I'm not producing, you know, truck content. And furthermore, I can't wait to get this thing done because I want to be out doing some overland excursions, you know, things like that. That's my goal with this build. And so the sooner I can get this thing done, the sooner I can get out there and film some real content using this truck. All right, been at it for a little bit longer. We got all this stuff done all the way up there to the very top of the hill. And now we just have all this. You can see the edge here. You can see my line right there. So I got to go all the way back there and then basically mow to here. I literally just got done, just now. Just got done with the blower in the front and it started raining. So the whole thing is done. It probably took me over 5 hours. I'll have to go back and look at my the time and see when I started and when I ended. But yeah, this is why my truck isn't done yet. And I could go in the shop and start working on it right now, but like I said, I'm a husband and a father, and I need to spend time with my wife and my kid. So today's video is about just why the truck isn't done. I want it to be, believe me. I love this truck. As far as I know, this thing is never leaving the channel. Never say never, but it is never leaving the channel. I'm only going to improve upon it. I just love these GMT 400s. I think they're an excellent value for the money, for what you get. And man, I got tools all over the place. Leaves everywhere. Sockets, wrench. I mean, as far as like this driver's side, the side that I've been filming and uploading videos on, this driver's side was kind of like the test piece, just to make sure and verify everything I was going to have to do and anything that I wouldn't be able to do, and you know, stuff like that. So I'm happy that the bushing situation worked out, you know, with both these upper control arms and the lower control arms. These upper ones, actually, I pulled the old bushings out myself, which I probably didn't have to do that, but I wanted to see if I could do it. Unfortunately, I couldn't get these pushed in on my own because I just didn't have I couldn't find the right tools to do it. So I took it to a shop, which was actually fortunate. Fortunate that I found that shop and they were able to press these things in. I think they were $8 a piece to press them in. The lower control arms, on the other hand, I had the shop actually push out the old ones and press in the new ones because they are much bigger. These are giant bushings here, and they actually charged me $20 a piece. So just for that lower control arm, 2 bushings was $40. But like, what option did I have, you know? I mean, like I said before, I've been considering picking up that Harbor Freight press, but just time and effort, I'm just like, man, if I can just drop these control arms off, have someone else deal with the bushings and have it be done, that sounds like a plan to me. So, but I just wanted to touch bases with you and let you know I'm working hard over here, non-stop. Sometimes it's not on the channel, but a lot of the times, most of the times it is. And then on top of all that, my wife's check engine light comes on her car, of course. But I mean, I'm not complaining. It's all content for the channel. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming up very soon because she's going to have to be using that car. The check engine code was P0410, which for an Envoy is very, very common. The Trailblazer and the Envoy from that generation. The P0410 is, there's a secondary air injection pump that I guess pumps air back up into the intake. Somehow, I don't know exactly what that whole system does, but basically I ordered, it's on their way, but every single part needed to replace that entire system because from everything I was researching and reading, you just don't know what part is faulty. From the relay, even though it could look fine, it could be faulty internally. I guess they have a problem with those. To the actual pump itself, intermittently working, and then there's another part that's actually attached to the engine that could be a problem. So I just ordered it all. We're gonna install it all. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. This is kind of like another behind the scenes. Like I said, I don't do these all the time, but some of you guys enjoy those. And thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe if you've watched this far. And I'm Jimmy for One Road, and I will see you in the next one.